everyone, welcome. My name is Dylan Patrick McMahon, and this is a series called The Crypto Market Journey by Dylan McMahon. This is a series on basically how I navigate the crypto markets operating on a 4-year cycle. Today we will be going over the 4-year cycle being broke and the Bitcoin super cycle. Episode 1, Full Bull. Let's talk fundamentals. As you should know, Bitcoin and the crypto market has ran off a 4-year cycle for over a decade now. Basically, what this means is ever since 2015 up until now, we have ran in a 4-year cycle where you have 1 year, which goes up, second year goes up, third year goes up, fourth year down, first year goes up, second year goes up, third year goes up, fourth year down. And as we're seeing again, first year up, second year up, third year, it's down at the moment, but it will be up, and then fourth year, down. But now there's this fifth one. And why is this higher? And why is this so much higher compared to this? This is known as the Bitcoin supercycle, which basically means this 4-year cycle will be broken, and instead of us on the fourth year going down, we will continue going up. And as you can see, it's marked very easy tops and bottoms for a very long time. You know, like you could have seen this first year, this second year, this third year, then this fourth year, and you could have basically said, okay, right, this is the bottom, we're going to rally up, and then we'll sell on this fourth year. And you could have exited with a lot of profit around here. Then you could have done the same thing. Okay, I bought here, I bought here, and then the fourth year it's just going to go down, and I'm going to take profits. But the thing is, every single time this has happened, everyone has always come along and said, this time is different. They say, oh yeah, but the Fed isn't doing this, and this isn't happening, and blah, 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 blah. And it has always ended up collapsing on the fourth year. This is what really happened in between 2020 to 2021. But let's talk fundamentals, because fundamentals is what drives the market to make these upswings, right? So let's take a look at the fundamentals driving price. We had retail, we had smart retail, we had global liquidity, and we had insiders. So retail, this is just the normal person entering in with their 100,000, and then just putting it into the market, and then they're just making money with it. Smart retail are people who have been in the market for a bit more longer, who understand how these market swings work, and they're more interested in smart retail. Back to what I was saying, it's more people who understand how market swings work, and these are people who usually walk out the market with a lot of profit. Next, we have global liquidity. This is basically the amount of money which is flowing in and out of assets, which basically tells us over the mass majority of investors, meaning hedge funds, risk on into assets. If they're going risk on, the correlation between Bitcoin and global liquidity has risen quite strongly. So it's usually a good indication of we're going higher or we're going lower. And finally, we have insiders, which are people who are inside of these assets, who are buying low, and then they shill at the top to retail. Yet now, this is a bit different, because now we have smart retail, again, we have global liquidity, but now we have ETFs, we have big stock companies buying up cryptocurrencies, and now we have a Bitcoin strategic reserve on the way. This time could be different, but not that different. In a summary, our overall fundamental drivers for the first time in 10 years has now been changed. Liquidity drivers of price from the tens of millions to tens of billions by retail has now been changed from hundreds of billions to tens of trillions by institutionals. The institutionals have changed the game. Institutionals came at the ETFs, and they are now coming at the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. You are not investing into a small asset class. That is high risk. It is now known as a mid asset class and has now proven concept for a supercycle breaking the fourth year. As you can see, based upon liquidity injections and predictions, we can actually see that it's really not that unrealistic to see Bitcoin being evaluated at 300 trillion, being worth over 1 million in US dollars evaluation. The Bitcoin Strategic Reserve is the ticket for Bitcoin. Let me change that. No. To be $100 trillion market cap. Right? A country buying trillions worth of Bitcoin over a 5-year time frame would set us flying. And once the US has proven, other countries will follow. Bitcoin will be worth 10 million by 2050. But for this to happen, a BSR needs to be approved. Without it, no money to push price higher, which equals lower and equals selling. It all relies off Trump. At the end of the day, it's one big domino effect. US gets a Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, they make 2 to 3x on Bitcoin. They're happy. China sees, they make a 2 to 3x, they're happy too. UK sees, they make a 2 to 3x, they're happy too. And before you know it, Bitcoin is worth over $10 million in evaluation and is now known as the greatest asset class of all time. Now, this is all cool, which is me projecting where we can probably see Bitcoin going into the future. And you're probably thinking, okay, Bitcoin's going higher. So, what should I do? Well, as I said, BSR is key. If we don't see a BSR by Q4 2025, high chance that the 4-year cycle will continue. So, what should you do in the meantime? The key is systems. If you've been following me, you should know that I run the Nova algorithm. This is an algorithm that I personally run, which has done over a lot of money in the crypto markets, where, as you can see, it's designed to buy dips, sell tops. Overall, we have done a 5x on Bitcoin. We have done a 15x on Solana and on Ethereum. We haven't actually done that well because Ethereum's just been performing shit. But on Ethereum, we've done over a 2x. Right? It is the Nova algorithm. If you want access to this, it will be in the description below. This is the quick route that you can take, but I'm here to show you how to do it yourself. So, what's the first step of doing all this? Understand fundamentals, midterm drivers known as global liquidity. This will manage your expectations of where/when the market will move. Understand this, and you'll catch trends. Number 2, understand the technicals. Dips happen no matter what. So take take the pros, such as Warren Buffett have done, to apply to the market. So, this is what you should do. When you see blood in the streets, you should buy. You should be greedy when others are fearful. You should buy low, sell high. This can only be done by looking at these following indicators: liquidations, funding rates, net realized profit and loss, and the fear and greed index. And finally, understand to settle for less. None of the investors that I have named up here have aimed for perfection. None have, so why should you? Answer: you're, you're not settling for less. You bought Bitcoin at a low of at 30k, it goes to 200k, you sell at 170k. You didn't sell the top. You lost the 30%, but you made a 9x. Who cares if you've lost 30%? It's really as simple as this. It really does not get any more simplistic than this. Anyway, that's all. That has been episode 1 on full bull. On episode 2, we will go over more the technicals and where price is most likely to head next. That's all for now. I'll see you all later.